crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Welcome in, guys, to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I am your host right now. Oh, I was supposed to send Trent a link. I totally forgot. And Trent will be here at some point. I just wanted to point out, too, not financial advice. We're not liable for any financial decisions of yours. We're just for entertainment purposes only. And we just wanted to talk about the markets and crypto and just share our own thoughts and opinions on everything. Thank you for tuning in. Let me send Trent a link because I'm sure he's like, where the heck am I? Hey, John, I see you're in here. Welcome in, Real Meta Crypto. And I think I see somebody new in here. Is that Military Bros? Welcome in, Military Bros. I think that's what it said. Sorry. Sending a message to Trentinator. Oop. All right. You got it. You just be a little late. Yeah, Military Bros. Welcome in, man. If you're in the armed services, shout out to you, man. Thank you for everything you guys have done. Edwin, what's up, brother? I got XRP at 96 cents yesterday. I can't believe it. When did you even pick that up at 96 cents? I saw $1.25 over on the exchanges. I couldn't believe my eyes. I said, what the hell? I was actually I only had a little bit of fun still on the cash on the side. That's why I teach people to hold more stables for dips like this. Dips are gifts, and man, that was a gift if I've ever seen one. Bad news is, it came at a cost, dude. A lot of people got hurt yesterday. A lot of people got golden buying opportunities, like Mr. John 316 buying Zabeg dirt cheap. I don't know. Did you buy more Crow, John? Imagine buying what you sold the top of the crypto.com at 36 cents or something like that. Imagine if you just DC'd all that back into Crow. You would have had that 7 cents. It would have been quadded your bag up. Yes, sir, Edwin. Yes, sir. We're going to jump into some news today, guys. I want to cover some Bitcoin, some charts, and some news because I actually had this interesting article that I want to jump into. It's over here on X. I shared it, and I think he was the first person I saw it from. Share tab. Here we are. Add the screen. So, Chris from Crypto.com stated this morning, regulators should look into the exchanges that had the most liquidations in the last 24 hours and conduct a thorough review of fairness of practices of any of them, slowing down to a halt, effectively not allowing people to trade. Were all trades priced correctly in line with the indexes? And then he shared this. And we're all priced in correctly in line with indexes. What's the setup for the trade monitoring and the AML programs? Are there internal trading teams fully Chinese wall? 20 billion in liquidations. A lot of users got hurt. The job of regulatory bodies is to protect the consumers and ensure market integrity. And if you notice, guys, crypto.com's not on here. Neither is Coinbase. So I don't think I see Robinhood either. But we do have Hyperliquid, guys, and it did shoot up, guys. Like, everybody was like, well, how is Hyperliquid getting so much liquidity in their things? This No Crow, just Jasmine and Zebek. Yeah, those are 2 good buys, John. 2 good buys. Hyperliquid, $10 billion in liquidations. That is wild, guys. That's absolutely wild. Almost 9.3 billion longs got liquidated yesterday. A couple of shorts got liquidated trying to catch that bottom and they shot up. That's pretty wild. And it's pretty crazy about this. Of all these liquidations right here, Hype had more than half of the liquidations. That's pretty scary. Next we come down with Bybit, 4.65 billion, which is pretty wild. And I also think Bybit and Binance is pretty wild to see both of those on here, because I feel like Bybit and Binance are super reputable and have a lot of people's trust. And the fact that Binance is on here with 2.4 billion is also pretty alarming to me. Then we got OKX with 1.21 billion. HTX at 360 million, Gate.io at 263 million. Oh, did I say HTX 360, 263? It's that really? Wow. Talk about a mind F for somebody who's dyslexic. I'm like trying to look at these numbers. I'm like, did I just say it? Dang, near the same thing. Just palindromed me, man. CoinX had 70 million, which wasn't crazy. Bitfinex had 53 million liquidations, and BitMEX had 38 million. That's also I don't see on here is Mexi. Mexi seems to have done pretty well for themselves. Been praying for you and Trent. Hey, thank you, John. Always need the prayer. Always need the prayer. But life's been pretty good this week. The liquidations, dude, you would not believe how much I was down yesterday. I bet you guys were all down exponentially too. And I looked at it. I'm like, I'm gonna go touch grass and just not look at my portfolio for the next couple of days. I was like, it will be okay. It'll be okay. And for instance, we come back over here. We can leave this area. We can come into CoinGlass. And was it CoinGlass I was going to go into? No, it was actually the charts. But I do want to touch on CoinGlass. So we come over to Bitcoin. We're over here on the weekly. If you come and look at the monthly candle and hike in the sheet. It doesn't even look red. I think part of that reason why even the regular candles don't look that red, and why did it hurt so bad yesterday is because we literally had a perfect storm. To be honest with you, it was a perfect storm for liquidations. And if we came down to even 112 in the course of a week and a half, 2 weeks, you wouldn't have really even noticed. To be honest with you, everything would have stayed the same. I think would have been we wouldn't have had a cataclysmic event. Things going down exponentially and then bouncing right back up to where they should be. I think it was a perfect storm. Some people blame the tariffs, and I don't believe the tariffs were responsible for that. I think there was a lot of manipulation going on in there, and it was just a perfect storm between the tariffs and the market makers playing market games. And I think it was multiple of them. It was a Friday, so a little liquidity, and trying to attack Trump. Trump retaliates back. It was just a whole clusterfuck. And then something going on with CZ. CryptoFace, I haven't even heard the full story yet, but he was very upset. How goes it, Chris? Welcome in, my friend. Anyone got trades right now? I'm not traded right now. I probably could. I'm just kind of watching and waiting. And I also I have a DCA bag. So I have to DCA into my trade bag because I got wiped out. Wiped out, but it's okay. It was a blessing. It was a blessing for a lot of people, John. I guess when you know what they say in the garbage industry, one man's trash, another man's treasure. And it really is kind of how it is in a weird way in the markets. When somebody gets destroyed, it's like somebody else's treasure, I wonder what's going to happen on Monday when people start trading ETFs again and the regulatory stock market. What that open, dude? I think it'll be pretty fine, man. I think it'll be pretty fine. I make a lot of garbage references, guys. 5 o'clock somewhere, guys. I got a Voodoo Ranger IPA, Juicy Force. It's a good one, man. It's a good one. 9.5%. 9.5%. That's a good way to start off. And today I didn't take a picture, but I started off, dude. I drink my normal vitamin water, not vitamin water, it's like a vitamin powder, and I have magnesium powder. I threw in there cayenne pepper. I drank all 3 of those together, and I also added in like 10 droplets of methylene blue. I bought it from the doctor down the street because I don't buy things on Amazon. I don't trust it. But and I had to get a new thing of garlic because I ran out. And dude, my garlic clove was like that big, bro. I'm still tasting it in my mouth. Shoot it up, chew the garlic thing. Then I take the cayenne pepper, vitamin, magnesium, slurry drink. Boom! I take it like it's like a shot, just this much water. I shoot it down like a chaser. Dude, that's just how it goes, man. I'm thinking about even adding some beet powder or beet juice to the serum because I just hear that's super good for. My dad took it to get his high blood pressure down, and the doctor came in and they're like, wow, you're doing really healthy and good. And you know what's really funny is being the garbage man, guys, is that we just don't really get sick because people throw out the most disgusting stuff, and you don't drive with a door, man. It just all comes in your face all day. You're like, dude, that smells so gross. You're like, oh, what's spilled on the ground? It's always bathroom tissue. Why is bathroom tissue never bagged? I don't know. Why is the only thing that never spills on the ground? Beats the hell out of me, but it gives you snotty rags. Gives you immune system like a horse. Let's jump into CoinGlass to share a tab instead. Take a little sippy sip. Oh. Man, dude, that liquidation period. Look at that. That was 24 hours. I like to extend it out to like a week. Let's take a peek, man, at that again. Dude, look at that, dude. It literally just dropped. Boom. You can't even see it on the chart, dude. That was so savage. I remember I was looking at my notifications and I was looking at coin bubbles. And on coin bubbles, Bitcoin never went below 109. But places like Binance, probably those other hyperliquids, it went down to like 101, 102. And I was like, bink, bink, bink. I'd actually say 102 before, and then it would give them a notification like 103, like it couldn't keep up. And when I got liquidated on my trade, I literally watched it happen on my phone. And then like 5 minutes later, I got the notification. I was like, well, yeah, a little late, man. All that volatility. Well, let's take a look. Let's see if people are starting to long again. Really into the 1 week. Come on, get the heck up. Why? Why is it being like that to me? I guess we could do 24 hours. There's more shorts open, man, but there are some longs coming in. Look at this guy. He's got a long over here at 106. That's not bad. Bounced off. We came down, snagged a couple more longs yesterday before we decided we wanted to go up. Wow. I'm kind of surprised that we ate through this and didn't push up any higher. It's been trading sideways, coming slightly down. It really doesn't know what to do. Really doesn't know what to do. Let's go to Model 3. Wow, dude, look at that. Model 3, you can actually see it just come down. It cut through so much. Poor people. Well, the good news is we got more liquidity up above us now. And now we should be freed up to be able to keep going. Keep looking to see if trends coming in. Oh, yeah, we want to check out the not liquidations, data. Kind of want to see where we're at on the October returns. Q4, we're in red now for the first time because of that liquidation event. Whew. Down 9.2%. October, we're down 165. It's pretty crazy to be at 165. You're like, we're on. If it wasn't for this random month of 2014, you'd be like, we might have the worst October in history at negative 1%. That's crazy. Market got wrecked. Evil Knievel style. Dude, Evil Knievel, man. Now you're talking my era. I remember watching that documentary, Evil Knievel. Oh, Moss. One Moss trashes. So true. Zoom Juice. Celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate buying opportunities, guys, if you haven't bought already. What else? Is there anything else that's super like interesting to like take a look on here? I know there's a lot more things that I need to play around with CoinGlass more and be able to show you guys some cooler tricks on here. I just haven't figured it out. They are. What's this? What's whale orders? It has a red dot on it. What's red? This giant red circle. Large sell. Oh, a large sell on Binance. Of course it's on Binance. That's really interesting. That's a big sell order. $54 million worth of Bitcoin sold. Wow. Talk about market manipulation. There's even some inside of that other one. I guess we could jump into the bubbles, take a look at the charts, see where we're at, where the damage is at. These are a little unfair to look at. This is all going to adjust in about a couple hours, because if we come and look over at everything, you know, we need another hour or two, and then we'll start looking more scenic. Where are we on the weekly? Well, freaking, that's not fair. Co-AI. 23 cents, man. This is crazy. This is good prices. Good prices, man. Even Zcash. You guys want to... Dude, look at Zcash. It hasn't even gone down, bro. Holy crap. It's almost at $300. It's going to jump. What's going to go in the charts? Start charting it up, man. Let's go jump into Bitcoin. Head over to the 15-minute. Did we have more in the 12-minute? There was 3 market makers playing whale games. You could see 1, 2, and then this third X right here. That was yesterday. It looks like it was just 3 big whales playing whale games coming down. 20-minute also shows that big guy, big boy. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 market makers were all playing together. Coordinated and not coordinated. Rounded top, not the greatest sign. We have a high and a lower high, which I wouldn't even call those highs, to be honest with you. But that's just how they are. How it be, man. VWAP's coming up, strength coming down, Stokes RSI are coming down, and the high. Like, how the heck are we high? Momentum wave still coming down. Doesn't say the pain's fully out of the woods yet on the 15-minute. The 1 hour, everything's been flickering, saying that we've been looks like going down more. VWAP has been fishtailing, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, flopping. Stokes RSI and strength slightly, ever so slightly, angled down. Stokes RSI though are low, which is a good sign for when we are ready to move up. The VWAP is still angling down. We have a red dot forcing us down still a little bit. The momentum was Cosmos. Adam, what's up, military? Yeah, we could take a look at Adam. How much Adam do you hold? Isn't Objective built on top of Adam? What they run? Do you know what also is built on top of Cosmos, military? BNB coin. BNB tokens built on top of Cosmos. A lot of people don't know that. The 4 hour on Bitcoin shows that, dude, that is such insanity. 102 fear, like that is wildness. We want to reverse. It shows reversal 1.5, and the money flow is still kind of coming down. That's not very strong VWAP. Maybe it gets still stronger. Stokes strength also aren't the greatest. Not a lot. Not a lot. I used to be my biggest bag, Cosmos, and I used to stake the crap out of it. The problem is with Cosmos, it's like a stable coin, man. It just doesn't really move a whole lot. The 12 hour in Bitcoin doesn't, still downward pressure, but it looks like it might be running out of steam. The momentum wave still open doors, but we have the first tick in the curvature, and then the strength and Stokes RSI are coming down, but we have the first little bend in the pattern, which means maybe it gets getting exhausted. The money flow has been leaving the network, so we just have to kind of wait and see. I would still say I'm bearish to consolidating. I'm not bullish. I would not open up a long and say we bought him, because I don't believe we have. Let's go take a look at Adam. Take a look into the Atom. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, you guys seen that wick? You could have bought Atom at a penny, less than a penny. You have to actually look at the candle in the top left corner, 0001. I don't even know where that went. Apparently it's on Binance. There's Binance hiking a sheet. So if you're on Binance, you could have had a long in on Cosmos at 001, and you'd be a millionaire today, because it went down to a tenth of a penny up to $3. I don't know if that could. They would even fill that order if they would have acknowledged it. But yeah, you never know. You never know. What I gotta do is I gotta turn off these yellow and purple dots. I try to make it a little easier to digest and read. And those ones take a lot of time to play around with. You always have to adjust them for each time frame. You have to readjust them to show you where the lows and the highs are. Settings, are they in here? I'm trying to remember where they're at. I don't even know what you would call those. Inputs, ribbons, visibility. I don't know. I'll have to dig around with them. In the meantime, just have to live with them. We fell below the 21 on Cosmos, which is kind of very similar to how Bitcoin is looking. Like we have the first tick in the momentum to the downside, was not falling straight down. And we also had a couple ticks though in the Stokes RSI and strength, where they're kind of bending. They're still angled down, but you know, this could be the bottom, or we could go a little lower to like 310 before it actually bottoms out. In the 1 hour, we have a red X. We came down to the 21. We have an anchor trigger wave, unfortunately, showing downwards pressure. The VWAP's breaking down. Stokes RSI and strength are like trending sideways, which is kind of bizarre to me. What I'm looking at right now is I see like a flag-like pattern. I'm not going to draw the wick down to the penny, but we could be in this style pattern. So we could come down, fall a little below the 21, which I was just saying 310. 310 might be on the table. Get that double bottom, maybe bounce up. Hopefully create a trigger wave to the upside. The 4 hour has momentum to the upside. The VWAP's not looking very strong, which puts more sign into our analysis of it. We just had the 4 hour candle close. Puts into analysis of where we actually think we might go before we go up. I don't know if that answers your question. I hope it does. If it was me and you wanted to try to put a trade in, I'd probably aim for 310. Take a look at BNB. BNB token. Thank you. You're welcome, man. Do you have any other coins, Mr. Military? Are you in the services? Just out of curiosity. Are you in the armed services? We have momentum coming down right now on BNB and still shows continuation to the downside. Strength and Stokes. Hey, you know, Cosmos looks better than BNB to me. BNB looks like it's still coming down. Red dot coming down to the 21. I thought we might have hidden bullish divergence, but I don't see it. Yeah, we're close, but we just don't got it. BNB is looking pretty bearish. Strength Stokes coming down. Yeah, I think over the next 2-3 hours, for sure, we should expect more red. Jump into XRP. XRP is a blood diamond on the 1 hour, showing pressure to go down. Strong pressure. Hey man, if anybody wanted to buy XRP, you know, at a good price, it's a good time to be able to pick some up. Even if you didn't catch this that crazy wick, you know, this ironically enough, this happened to me before with XRP. I don't remember when it was. It might have been like that May dip or February dip we were talking about last year. And this is just the example. Like I was like watching XRP trade down or something like this. I set a buy order in right here, hypothetically, right? Like, okay, cool, that'll be fine. I looked away and came back like 10 minutes later. And it fell so fast, it filled my order, and then I got liquidated. And I was like, well, that was quick. It literally lasted like 30 seconds. It filled it, and I got liquidated in like 30 seconds. You're not, but I'm considering the army. Oh, nice, man. How old are you? My buddy was a medic in the military army. You also had Zen sold at the top of 1550. Sold at the top of 1550. What's Zen? John, have you ever heard of Zen? What is Zen? Makes me think of the nicotine pouches, Zen. Or Zen. Is that Zenith? Horizon? Yes, you have. Zen. What's Zen? You're 32. Hey, I'm 32 too. I'm 32 too. I was going to join the military back on when I was a teenager, but my parents, I told them that I was thinking about joining the Navy, actually, with a buddy of mine, and they broke down crying, and they were like, Obama's going to bring us to war with Russia, and this is the worst time ever to join. I'm like, yeah, but I wanted to. I got talked out of it. I actually wish I could go back in time and do it again, but, you only live once, right? I'm doing pretty good now. It's like I try to keep myself out of risky scenarios. Like I thought about becoming a stater too. I almost became a state patrolman. I passed my physical, I passed my written, and then I filled out. It's so interesting when you do the polygraph. I always thought you just kind of sit there and they ask you Q&A questions, But, excuse me. What they do is they print out like it's a thesis. It took me like 3 weeks to fill it all out. It's very thorough. And you fill out all these questions. You have to go talk to all your neighbors. And then I handed in my paper and I said, okay, I'm ready, dude. Let's go. I'm hooked up, man. Let's go hook me up. I'm like, dude, I thought I was going to pass with flying colors, bro. And then they said, no, we don't want you as a candidate. And that was it. They said, come back in 5 years. I was like, dude, I can't wait around. Like, why? What did I do? But live and let live, right? God has certain plans. It kind of was a blessing in disguise because shortly, like a month or two after that, the BLM riots started happening, defund the cops and the police, and Chaz and Chop started happening. If you guys don't know, I live, you could say, in Seattle, so it kind of was a blessing. Maybe something would have happened to me. You never know. I'm just like to invest in crypto, and I'm a garage man. I make good enough money, and I feel like I'm still serving in a way. And just kind of do my thing. All right, we got distracted. Story time. I'm going to add Zen on here. I've never heard of it. We're going to take a peek at what it is. And then after we go into Zen, we're going to take a look at Zebek. Zcash. Oh, I guess Zebek does go first. Thanks for sharing, T-Square. Oh, yeah, man. Turbo Cummins. I live near Moses Lake, Washington. Oh, yeah, so you live near me, man. I'd rather live near you rather than you live near me, because my side of places has higher taxes and higher everything. I think it's cheaper down near you, but I could be wrong. But you're on the good side of Washington. Like, it's pretty where I'm at, but man, it costs an arm and a leg and two just to buy gas. All right, we're gonna jump into prices. We're gonna head on over to. You gave me like a quick little energy boost. Find somebody near me. I'm like, hey, yeah. We're gonna type in Zen. I feel like I've heard of Zen before, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But Horizon. So you said that you also had Zen and sold the top at 1550. Well, good for you, man. Good crush. Yes, like another state, but bad enough here. Yeah, well, you know what's really interesting? We're getting homeless people bus to us. Like, I don't want to say where I live. I almost said where I live, but there was literally no homeless people here at all. And like the last year we got like 2, and now we have one on every single corner. And I was leaving McDonald's, and they have all the corners are taken up, and now they're literally standing in front of restaurants. They're not even the road. They're standing in front of restaurants. I'm like, dude, what the heck is going on, man? It's like another state. Bad enough here. Yeah, we need to like separate some counties. Oh yeah, I probably service your son, or one of my buddies did. They probably pick up his garbage. You know who else lives in Landwoods? Think Media. He's a big YouTuber. He has 5 million subscribers. Okay, so what is Zen? Linwood's not my favorite city. I thought it was pretty nice, but then he started driving into the garbage and seeing what people throw out. Linwood has a really nice center, but man, I can live without the LGBTQR plus pushed in my face at every street corner. Yeah, dude, and the governor is just getting worse and worse and worse too, Mr. Ferguson. I saw, I don't know if it's photoshopped yesterday. I was cracking up a little bit because it showed Bob Ferguson playing chess with Joe Biden. I was like, oh yeah, really? That guy has enough mental capacity to play. Well, the thing about Zen is there's a lot of token unlocks coming out. Tick, 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 tick. Actually, I guess it's not that bad. They will be ramping up by the time the bull runs over, you know. like 5 or 6 more percent supply is gonna be, will be released. And then when it used to be nice, but so did Seattle. Yeah, dude, Seattle in the 90s was freaking fire, bro. It was great. And then it just went downhill pretty quick after that. You see the new Seattle mayor, he said that if you have like 7 or 8 felonies, he's like, I feel bad for you. He's like, I will not put you in jail. He's like, you probably had a bad childhood and you just need a hug. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. I stay away from that place as much as I possibly can. I like Bellevue now. Bellevue's nice, really expensive though. The government is doing it. It's great to meet. It's great to meet you too, Turbo. What is this coin? Zen. Is this privacy? Horizon is a model privacy first platform designed to make privacy technology such as zero knowledge proof and T's. What the heck is a T? Access and usable across the web. Originally launched in 2017 as a fair launch non-ICO project. Horizon is now undergoing a major evolution with launch of Horizon 2, a next-gen layer 3 app chain deployed on Base, the Ethereum layer 2 developed by Coinbase. Horizon 2.0 delivers performance, privacy, and scalability for developers, building privacy-enabled, compliance-friendly applications with significant reduced cost of latency. At the core of the ecosystem is Zen, the native utility token used for governments accessing privacy services and fueling ZK app. An interaction with a migration to Base, Zen becomes an ERC20 token, improving liquidity, interoperability, and cosmosability across the broader Ethereum ecosystem. Well, it sounds actually really good for a privacy token. I'm curious if they have to rebrand their token because, you know, like there's like Pole and then there was Polygon, and before that it was Matic or whatever they did. And they did a lot of changing. Like, I wonder if they're going to have to come out with a new token to this. You say the waterfront used to be so nice, but now it's like taint of hell. Yeah, dude, the waterfront was really nice. I agree, man. Moses Lake's real popular, man. We have a lot of people head out that way. The token unlocks weren't too bad. There's only 21 million tokens. So it's actually pretty cool. I like that. I like it when they mimic the Bitcoin the Bitcoin supply. I think that's a really smart move for a lot of holders to do that. Like, don't do 21 billion, don't do 21 trillion, do 21 million. That's it, man. All right, we're going to jump into the charts for this token, and then we're going to take a look at Zebek. That's Zebek. Here's Zen. I need to take a trip to Seattle. I heard nature is nice there. It is great, bro. Our nature is wonderful. You should come up to the rainforest. You know what's funny is that I've never been to Canada, and I've had a passport for 10 years. I've been to Mexico, but I've never gone up to Canada. Oh, Soap Lake. I know where you were at. I was actually looking at property and houses down there last year or two, because I was trying to figure out where we wanted. I have a couple different ideas on what I want to do after we sold the bull run, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to live in this state. I've been looking at other states. 15-minute on Horizon. Momentum to the downside. Momentum to the downside on the 15 minutes. Money flow is actually peaking up, though. This actually looks like a healthier chart than all the others. Money flow is increasing. We haven't flipped bearish yet. Stokes RSI are trying to break down, but they haven't really done it yet. We don't have bearish divergence on the 1 hour. The 4 hour actually shows momentum going up. You know what? I think of everything I've looked at, this one looks the most positive. We're in on the 30-minute, we have a little bit of a bull flag we're in right now. So we could see a move on here. We could, you know, and then with 30 minutes, we got an hour and a half left. If this remains bullish, we could head up to 116, 117-ish, which puts us right in the area of this local top, and then we could decide if we want to double top or if we're going to break out of it. But, you know, being privacy and everything being so good, I probably lean that this is going to break up. That VWAP's not very strong to the downside. That's pretty good. Did you check on Zora? Absolutely, man. Zora's been pumping hard, dude. I'm hoping Zen goes back up to $10 so I can jump in again. You mean hoping it goes back to $10? Oh, I said back up. I was like, wait, it's supposed to go down. Back down? If it breaks down, you'll go to $10. Yep. If it breaks down out of this triangle, you'll head to $10. That'll be the next little bit of range right here. If it breaks below that, we could see a little bit below 10. So I guess we'll see in the next hour or so if it's going to break up or break down. Zora. Yeah, I'll do Zora. Let me hit Zebek for John, and then we'll head into Zora. Zora's been really hot. I have the app downloaded on my phone. I actually haven't played around with it too much. The only reason why, though, is because I never stop working. So it's hard for me to go. I have a hard time trying to get on our Twitter and X and check it out when everything is going on, man. I just don't go on social media too much. I'm trying to get better at it because now me and Trina are doing this whole YouTube thing. All right, we'll jump into Zora. Where's my mouse at? I lost it. I got a couple different screens, and I lose it on on one of the screens. And for whatever reason, the little invisible barriers, you get stuck on. I'm like, God, let me go through the computer. A shout out to subscriber 488, 588, 589, and what? We hit 590. Hey guys, thanks for subbing to us and appreciate it, man. I think that might have been Turbo Military and Turbo Military. Who's the other guy? I could have swore I saw another guy in here. I'll find you later. You sold your Zora just before the dump yesterday, and I'm seeing if it goes to 5 cents before I buy back. Hey, man, if you sold it before the dump, dude, crushed it. Sold it at 12 cents. Well, we definitely did a falling pattern. We broke down literally to that resistance. I don't know if we'll go back there. That's pretty freaking low. But let's see here. It was such a sharp falling wedge. Momentum does say we're going lower. We have momentum to the downside. VWAP's kind of trading sideways. Money flow is still low. Minus this ginormous wick, I think this could have been the bottom because of how deep the money outflow was. At least on the 15-minute strength, Stokes are coming down. Hey, military bro. Just out of curiosity, because we're both the same age, did you ever watch, totally random subject, did you ever watch the Buzz Lightyear TV series? I think they did a couple episodes. I used to love that as a kid. Is there manipulation going on? I feel like we shouldn't be red. Double green dot should be momentum coming in. Momentum is coming in, but the VWAP's coming down. Shrink Stokes are coming down. That doesn't seem right. Let me look at different time frames. Is our yellow X hiding in here? Wow, look at that, dude. On the 10-minute, manipulation. I knew they were hiding, dude. I was like, this isn't acting right. These are the ones that we caught. These ones, it should have broke up right here, and here. There was a big, large dump cells coming on. Look, we have these green dots right here. They were supposed to be marking a bottom, and they were like, no, keep it down. That's on the 10-minute. I knew they were hiding someplace. Like, this doesn't look right to me. Yeah, 15 minutes says there's more pressure to the downside. We might come back down to like 6.6. If we come down to 6.6, that might be a good entry point. 6.6278. Because if the manipulation wasn't able to push it farther down, the likelihood we come down back to that area, make a double bottom, is stronger. Excuse me. As well as I keep an eye on the 1 hour, because it is about to roll over and make a green dot. Money flow has been coming down, but VWAP's breaking up. Strength and Stokes are losing steam to the downside on the 2 hour. Oh, I thought I was on the 1 hour. I was on the 2 hour. The 4 hour shows, where's this wave at? Still showing pressure to the downside. What is it saying? It says the 4 hours saying our low, bad case, worst case scenario would be 60992. But what could happen is we came down like this. We come down. We didn't make a lower low, and we kind of do like, I don't know, like the sideways action right here, and then we kind of take off. I actually might leave that painted on there because I want to come back and check to see if that's actually how it played out. No, I have. I grew up with Nickelodeon. I never cared for Disney shows or movies except Shrek. Shrek is awesome, dude. I watch Shrek in my van. I have a DVD player. We stick Shrek in there for the kids. So I love listening to it. He goes, they look at the tower, and he's like, "You think he's compensating for something?" And they start laughing. And what's the freaking princess was all like, "What? What's so funny?" I think they think a little of him. Yeah, dude, Nickelodeon was dope, man. Slime Time. We could jump into Zebek. Dude, Slime Time, dude, was lit too. I don't know why they stopped doing that, dude. Though I love Drake and Josh, but dude, I watched that documentary series on like the whole Nickelodeon filled with like a pedo ring, dude. That like ruined Nickelodeon for me for a good while. Just love Drake and Josh, dude. He looked like he had it all together. Now you know why he disappeared off the face of the earth. Jobo, you're probably the grandpa here. You're 61. No, man. You know who one of my mentors are in crypto when I first got in, because I didn't know anybody. He was 71, and he's 73 now. Yeah, actually, you might even know him. His name's Jim Morrison. He used to be a soccer coach, and I think he did high school or college, and he did so good that they invited him to the White House to go meet one of the presidents back in his heyday. And I always ask him, like, Jim, why are you in crypto? Like, I thought this would be a young person's thing. He goes, "Oh, this is for the money's at." And I was like, you're a good man, Jim. But I was once 31. Hey, man, you still are 31, bro. What's time, man? What's time to Jesus? It's nothing, dude. We're all spiritual beings. I am new to crypto just the last year, actually. What got you into crypto? What was your first buy? And then what's your strategy? I can tell you, I think when everybody's new to crypto, I always say keep 25% in Bitcoin, keep 25% in stables, 25% in blue chips, so large market caps, and then 25% you kind of have fun with, play at the medium to small caps, and you kind of just balance it out, man. You know, if you held Bitcoin, a lot of Bitcoin yesterday, you wouldn't have gotten hit as hard, and you would have had stables. You could have bought the dip, and then you also would have gotten crushed, but you would have been able to build your bags up. Oh yeah, we're gonna look into Zebek. I was pointing out, John, yesterday with Zebek, we actually fell through the triangle, but literally within that time span, we came back up above it. So technically, it's not that bad. And even still, on the 4 hour, we had a wick back up to the 21 MA, which is crazy to see. And then we came back down, still above the triangle. You held Bitcoin for a couple years, but never looked at it. And I don't have much in it. Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I don't hold a lot of Bitcoin either, but I think that's one of my biggest mistakes is that now I teach that rule and I'm actually accumulating Bitcoin so I could try to correct my mistakes. Because if I want to teach something, I should do it myself, you know? 15 minute, we fell through the 21 on Zebeg. Looks like more pressure to the downside. We're going to swing over to the 1 hour. The 1 hour has, we have more pressure to the downside. We actually have a red dot. It's not a blood diamond, it's a red dot. It's a sign of bullish momentum ending. And we have the anchor trigger wave to confirm it. We do have the VWAP strength Stokes coming down. And we come into the 4 hour. The 4 hour actually doesn't look as bad, believe it or not. But I think the 4 hour doesn't look as bad because of this crazy wick we had. That's kind of interesting because that makes you want to feel like, I think, do we have hidden bullish divergence? Because it makes you want to think that there's bullish divergence. I'm in the 4 hour still, I guess, still. I should adjust out of that. No, we don't have bullish divergence. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour is pressure going down. The 4 hours when it gets a little big, we get this crazy scam work that we can have going on. Money flows coming in, strength Stokes are kind of eh. But the money flows coming in. The VWAP is what makes me nervous to really think that there is more downwards pressure. What's up, Scrappy? How you doing, brother? I picked up 200 XRP yesterday during the dip. Oh, you lucky dog, bro. I wanted to pick up some of that too. I was thinking about it. I was like, I gotta buy some Bitcoins. What I'm gonna do is stack my sats. Alt season's coming. Be ready. What do you say? I watch Chris Pax every day. He gives away Dogecoin. Oh, that's sick, man. Hey, if you're 61, are you a gold and silver bug like myself? I love gold and silver. I like it physically though. I don't like the paper ETFs. You picked up 200 XRP yesterday. Big Time Rush was my last Nickelodeon show. Then I stopped caring for TV shows, but Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Fairy Odd Parents were gold. Bro, I just bought The Fairy Odd Parents, the whole show for my son on Voodoo. It was like $20, bro, and I got all the seasons. You like my shirt? Is that what you saw, John? It says Trump, fuck your feelings. Yeah. Where was I at? We were gonna go look at something. XRP, good for you, Scrappy, man. Picking up the life-changing wealth, man, with the XRP. It's gonna be around forever. You know it is. Oh, shout out to subscriber 591, bro. Thanks for coming in, joining us, supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Was that you, Scrappy? Did you sub to me? Thank you. Jump on over to some. So yeah, negative for Zebek. I feel like there's more pressure to the downside. Turbo says I don't have gold and silver, but I do have lots of heavy grade aluminum and copper. Oh, how'd you get that? You get that? I think if I'm thinking what you're thinking, you either had a trade or you're into awesome things like myself. Kraken, let me buy when everyone was struggling to get logged in. We have somebody in our Discord right now. He's having horrible problems with Kraken right now. Absolutely horrible. And he got locked out of his account, and he's like, customer service doesn't exist. It's a nightmare. I'd be careful with Kraken. I think they're a good exchange, but they also have a lot of other risks. You have lots of Crow? Absolutely, man. I have lots of Crow too. I need to buy some more though. I used to scraps, so I saved a lot of heavy stuff. Hey, you know what? I used to go to the bank and I'd get a box of $500 and so $half, because $half are in circulation anymore. And I'd like to go through them and open them up, and you'd open them up by the roll, by the roll, and you can look at the side and you can see the silver ones. Just pull them out. I got up to like 9 silver ones out of a box. Then I go take the box in minus whatever. I say, here you go. Give me another box. And I used to switch them out, and then I would tag the boxes with like a X on them. That way I knew if I've gone through them already. I used to do that with pennies too. When I was a teenager, this is like 20 years ago. I used to go through and look at all the dates and grab all the 1981 copper pennies out and older. Dude, I got rolls and rolls and rolls of wheat pennies just because I did it forever, man. I had so many wheat pennies, I didn't even know what to do with. I even found an ultra rare one. It's a 1909 BDBS, which stands for Victor something or other guy. And he put his initials in on when he designed the Abraham Lincoln wheat penny. And then if you find it with an S, it's worth like $1 million. I found it without an S. And I was like, oh man. I was like, how much is it worth though? It was like $10. What do you think? That's like 10,000x on its value. That's pretty good. Yeah, Turbo, it is a good idea. If you have time to do it, it's fun. You get faster and faster at it. I try to get creative with different ways. Like I bought a metal detector, and then it was pretty high end, but I think I needed a higher grade. And I tried to adjust it, but only pick up silver, and I could just go over the box and bink, just get that one hit and be like, okay, cool, this box is good. I never could figure it out though, because all the other grades and metals were just disrupting the metal detector. Try to pick up the silver. Yeah, my chiropractor, he gave me some silver Benjamin Franklin $half, and he is probably 60. He's probably similar age to you. He's probably 61 or 62, and he's had them in his safe his whole life. He's like, dude, you collect silver? He's like, I don't need these anymore. He's like, I'm just getting up there in age, and you can have them. He just gave them to me, and dude, they look gorgeous. They look brand new. They're shinier than the most shiny quarters you have now. And I was like, dude, that is awesome. We're getting sidetracked here, guys. Let's take a look at Pepe. Pepe looks like it may have bottomed 15 minutes ago right here. As we see, it's like ticking down. It wants to bottom. The VWAP is coming up. That's where we got the green dot coming in. We are at some sort of support right here. I was going to say resistance, but it's not really resistance. If it breaks down, we'll break down to 6.4, and we're at 6.6 right now. The 1 hour time frame, oof, gross. It's not looking great. 1819 showing that the bears are actually gaining control. Stokes, RSI, and VWAP are actually pushing down. VWAP's coming down. Momentum is coming down. Kind of gross looking, I'm not gonna lie. The 4 hour was trying to break up, but it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'm a bull on Pepe. I just don't think it looks good. I picked up 100 ounces of silver when it was $14.72. Dude, you scored, bro. I picked up a bunch of silver at probably close to 100 ounces too at $14. I was just talking about this yesterday. I sold it back to whomever, and I made a good chunk of change at like 21 bucks. And then I rebought it with my stimulus check that Biden sent us. Should have bought Bitcoin with that, would have did way better. But I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take my free money that I just got from the government, and they gave me free fake paper money, so I went and bought real money with it. Dude, I never thought I'd see XRP this low again, bro. You kidding me? Absolutely. I think that's why it went lower than everything else. Same as SWE, because people thought it would never go that low, and so when it did, there was a lot of other leverage trades inside where people never thought they would hit. That's why when we talked about it yesterday, I was trying to be really careful talking about people's feelings, because people didn't think it was going to come back down to $1.23 ever again. I mean, if you go look on the monthly, look at that, guys. I mean, you'd had to come back to 2021 to see those prices. Why would you think would come back to that bear market? Like, that is crazy. Crazy that we came down and touched the 21 too. That is just absolutely insanity. Absolute insanity. Can I shock Trenton and jumping in? You might jump in later. I don't know. Maybe I'll take the day off. Shout out to subscriber 592. I don't know who you are, but I know you're out there. Your XRP price is $2.92. Is that when you first started buying it? I first bought XRP right here. It was at 30 cents. And I thought I was late to the party because of these little candles right here. It was probably over here, actually. It was probably right here. I'm going to expand on this one. We'll zoom in. When I first bought XRP, it was someplace over here. And I was looking at buying it when it was, I guess, like 30 cents. But there was a wick someplace in here. Where's this wick? There's a low, 33, 30. Is it this wick? This wick went down to low 31. Maybe, where was it at? Low 31. I think it was right. Maybe it was right here. Dude, I remember it was like 16 cents. I'm trying to remember where the heck it was at 16 cents. It was at 16 cents someplace when I was looking at buying it. I don't think it was back here. It had to be in the bear market somewhere. Maybe it wasn't on Binance. But regardless, it was 16 cents, and I saw it jump up to 30, and I was like, dude, I should get in. I really want to get in this project. And I did. I bought it at 30 cents, and I've been holding ever since. And yeah, dude, I'm up pretty good. And XRP is one of my biggest holdings now. I think it's part of the future of finance. So I believe in it long term. I wouldn't even be opposed to getting like an XRP accumulation bag. I just put more cash into the bank today to be able to catch another dip on XRP if it happens again. How old are you, Scrappy? You're doing good, man. You're doing good for yourself, dude. You bought silver at a good price. You're buying my XRP is $2.92. That's a really good price to buy it at. Yeah, I'm a late bloomer. You're not late, Turbo. Nothing's late. You know what I used to think, man? I used to think I was late, and then I realized, God, time doesn't matter. Like, you could fall behind to screw up the plan, and then God will give you opportunities that makes it all up. Like, that's just how it is, man. We're on God's time. XRP is the blood diamond of the hour. It does look like it's pushing down. Same with Pepe. It just doesn't look super sexy, man, right now. The whole crypto game. We could have bottomed, but we could be coming down a little more, man. We could come back down to 224. I've been telling everybody. I was like, people are like long. I'm like, I went long, guys. I don't know if it's over. What part of the country are you in, Scrappy? Turbo says. I don't even use a bank. I have BECU. I used to work for Bowen back in the day. VA, Virginia, VA, Virginia. $43. Hey, man, you're doing good, dude. Good for you. What was your first crypto coin that you bought, Scrappy? Scrappy D. You know, when I used to play soccer, they used to call me Scrappy. That was my nickname. I'm high energy, man. I'm really high energy. I call it my superpower. Even Sweet looked like it wanted to break up with the double green dot, but that VWAP is so weak. It does not want to. It does not want to break up, which is pretty intimidating to see where Sweet's at. If it was me, I might put a short in. But if I had money in my trading account, where the heck is where can Sweet fall from here? Like, it is so low. Look how low it is. We're right here. Oh my gosh. So the next level for Sui, if we fall, thank goodness we have some sort of support right over here at 223. I got to turn on my VRVP because I can't see. Where's my indicators? I can't see where the volume nodes are. Holy crap, guys. Let's squeeze out right here. This node. The next node will be 242 if it falls below. And the next node after that, dude, it gets really, really weak. 232. The volume nodes kind of show you where the most trading volume takes place. So you could see the different levels of I guess, liquidity maybe, or not, maybe that's not what. So we right here, we have this gap, right? Well, this gap was telling you is that there's not a lot of trade volume right here. So you can literally, we jumped down quick right through it. We could jump up fast up to this point really quick, back up to 322, which is a 70-cent gain. Ouch, Pepe, my friend, dude, we got crushed yesterday, dude. I know. Ouch, ADA and XRP LO warned you all. Yeah, we got crushed, man. You know why we got crushed? Is too many people believed in it and never thought it was going to go that low. It's nice seeing you, Pepe. It's okay. It's just a good buying dev. I was actually looking at Pepe earlier talking about it. I was like, this is a good time to buy. Be safe, man. You know, this ain't my first roller coaster. That's where we came live yesterday, just to try to help everybody out. You and John 316 are like forever crypto Twitter enemies. John's always coming in here looking for you. He's like, where's Pepe at? You should have been in here yesterday to go ask John where he was at yesterday when Crow fell 7 cents. Yeah, I saw that, Pepe. We were talking about a lot of in the Discord, man. We were just trying to be there for people. You know, don't let the enemy manipulate, kill, and destroy, man. It's like time's everything. You know, money. What's the amount of money when you have time? That's the biggest trick in the game, dude. You can live and rebuild, and that's a lot of people go bankrupt and do it again, and they do it faster and better because they learn from their mistakes. Best part is I'm not hugely invested, but I might become that way if it goes the right way or the right price. You probably will. You probably will, Turbo. I think the cycles are changing, dude. This dip makes me feel like we're in a extended cycle even more and more. Even more and more. Did you know those people who took their life yesterday, Pepe? We're praying for those families. You know, Trent got his butt kicked too yesterday. He was just saying that he opened up some longs and then freaking like black swan event. You can't see him coming, man. Where we're at? We're right here. ADA falls to the next node, just below 60. Zora might be a good investment. The whole AI thing is not AI, but this that whole side of what's the word I'm thinking of? Social media. It could become the future. I just question is Zora the one? Hedera got rocked and socked and bopping yesterday. Good price to buy, man. I do love my Hedera. I love all the ISOs though. I think Pepe is like my second favorite meme coin because I'm a huge Bonk fan, but I hold Turbo because of life decisions that you got to live with. I have some Doge, but I don't think it can go over 4x. I think you're probably right. Doge, I think Doge is $1. You know, I think it can do a 4x or a 10x. I think Crow coin can do that. I think Crow can go to $1.50 from here. Absolutely. I think Sweet could also do that. I can see Sweet at $25. I see VChain could do that too. Maybe Near. A lot of the top 100s, I think, have that gas. I just don't think Doge has that gas. Where's Doge at? You'd be satisfied if Zoro could go to 70 cents. Ah, I bet, man. I do have some Crow. You know, Crow, they have the company. They partnered up with Will Liberty Financial, which is Trump's thing. And Will Liberty bought a company that's on the New York Stock Exchange called Yorksville. And in that trade or partnership, they renamed Yorksville to Make Crow Great Again. And their number one job is to buy crypto.com or Crowcoin. And then they are going to, they have some sort of release. I can't remember Yorksville. They can't just dump it. So they have to keep accumulating it, I think, for 4 years. And then Will Liberty Financial said they're going to buy $5 billion worth of Crow tokens. And then they said that there was something else. I'm trying to remember what it was. I know they're making it the token for True Social. Hey, Julie, how you doing? What's your first coin that you bought, Julie? I made some money on Crow, then I sold it. I bought back at 20 cents. A goofy decision. Hey, I did too, man. I bought Crow at 16 cents, and I sold it at 26, and then I used my profits. So I was thinking about putting it back into Crow, but at that time, XLM, it wasn't a falling wedge. I'll even show you what I was looking at. And I bought it hoping to catch another move. So we go into XLM. We're going to come back in time. Back in time. So we're over here. Why does my chart look all funky? Is that because the VRVPN's on? I got to turn that off. It's going to mess me up now. Hide. There we go. So I was watching Stellar Lumens back here, and I was like watching this trend pattern. I picked it up down here. I bought it right here. Maybe it might have been right here, and I was like, that's catching the bottom. It's just looking pretty good. Then boom, it just dropped just a little bit more. So believe it or not, I'm not too far away from my entry price, even though it's 5 cents off. But no one could saw a black swan event. I mean, if anybody saw that, they would have just waited and picked up everything that dumped on that dip. I came in on Doge last cycle at 14 cents, sold at 50 cents and 70 cents. So you did really good, Julie. I came in on Doge too. I bought it at 003. I put $100 into it. I knew nothing about crypto. I bought 10,000 tokens. I put a couple thousand in at 3 cents. And I didn't catch the highs that you did, but I sold half at 22 cents. I sold another half at I sold half at 13 cents. And I sold the other half at 23 cents or 26 cents, something around there. It's been so long ago, but I use that as kind of my getting into crypto and starting to learn what it's going on. Pepe says, John, Crow will have an ETF stablecoin being launches. Ella, what did I tell you about Crow going below 10 cents? Hey, you were right. If you said that, you were right. Now it's heading below once at the end of the year. Haha, that's so mean. Crow was involved in this big crash. CEO will face prison time. He was not involved. Chris Marszalek was not involved. Great gains. Yeah, I hope you did great too. It sounds like you did. Do you hold anything else now? Or was Doge? What do you got now? What's your favorite coin? Is it still Doge? I'm kind of curious on the market cap of Doge, actually. I'm going to jump on over to here. We're going to meet up in Doge, some Dogecoin. And how many more tokens are in existence right now? You know, I thought Doge was like the thing, and then I discovered like they can't stop printing tokens without another layer, and nobody wants to come back on there and create more stuff. There's 151 billion Doge tokens. Oh my gosh. That is wild, dude. They got to do something at some point. Another 4 years, it's going to be like, I don't know, 300 billion. Dogecoin TLDR. 21 shares launches a Doge ETF. Dude, that's crazy. Doge ETF coming. It's like, I'm on multiple chains, more Bitcoin than this time than anything. Oh, good for you. Multiple chains? So you got multiple coins then. I like Bitcoin. I don't hold enough of it. I don't think anybody can hold enough of it, though. I wonder, how do I go back and look at the market cap price? I remember I was just doing this the other day. Where was I doing this on? It was on TradingView. I was on Pump. I did it on Pump, but I can't do it on Pump. You just switch this from price to market cap. Oh, there you go. Okay. Dogecoin, all time. So the market cap of Doge was 73 billion. What's the market cap right now? The market cap of Doge right now is 27 billion. So it's a 3x away from its all-time high. You knew this was happening, Pepe? Yeah, you were right. I didn't think it was going to happen anymore after entering October, but it did. It did, man. I didn't see it coming. Did not see it coming. Doge peaked already this year. Oh, I guess it was 2024 at 70 billion. It was pretty much at an all-time high then. What price was it there? Price was almost 50 cents. That's crazy. It's not over yet, Pepe. It makes me feel like the 4-year cycles are different now, though. Do you get that vibe too? Do you think the 4-year cycles are changing, Pepe? Shout out to subscriber 593 and 594. I think one of those was you, Julie. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. No, it's not over at all. I know it's not over, but do you think it's extended? Like, this makes me feel like there's an extension coming. Yeah, we did have a crash last October, and not just that, but October was red until like the last week of it, and then we just ripped crazy out of nowhere. I should share this today just because we have a good amount of people watching. I'm not going to push it super hard, but if you come on over to our Twitter account, we have a deposit going on right now with BidFi up to $3,000. And the reason why I share this is I'm not trying to tell you trade, but if you share our link, you get entered, tag us, share our link, and you get entered for a $100 giveaway on the 15th. And we're going to do a spin. And we plan on doing this twice a month. So just, oh yeah, I see it. Thank you, Julie, for subbing. If you want a chance to win $100, just share the link. Right now, there's a 1 in 7 shot of winning it. So you actually have a good chance of doing it. Plus, if you do like trading, you know, it's a really easy platform to trade on. No KYC, no VPN. And you save 20% with our link. But I'm not going to go any more into that because some people got crushed, man. And I don't want to. But I would like to give you anybody an opportunity to win $100. Banger's crashing hard. Is it down 11%? I saw it yesterday. It was crushed yesterday. It went through like 0.002. You know what was doing good? There was Squid. Oh my gosh. What the heck, man? They got crushed too. Down to 1.5. Hey, Pepe, what do you think about this? So we were talking about Cosmos already earlier. So this is the Binance chart. On Binance, it showed that you can't actually see it if you look at the top left. It said Cosmos went to 0.001 on Binance. That just doesn't seem right. That seems like, to me, it's almost like the Big Short. It should not have gone that low. If it was me, I would file for like a scam wick. Like, it shouldn't have gone that low. Down to 0.001 cent and then instantly back up to $3. That that seems bad, bro. That seems really fishy. Really, really, really fishy from Binance. Binance is manipulating the price 100%, dude. Did you see Crypto Face? He was pissed. It said Pepe was at 505 when the real number was 503. Whoa, that's huge. You know, I'm going to go back over this article that we shared because it's really interesting on it because look at Hype. Hype had 10 billion in liquidations, and look, the total liquidations yesterday was only 19. It had more than double all these other exchanges, which is insane because Hype came out of nowhere. Why is Hype doing this? Does anybody know? You guys still want to use Hyperliquid? I don't want to use Hyperliquid. That is really bad. And Bybit, I feel like Binance should be reputable and should set the standards for the whole space. And you're telling me Crypto.com and Coinbase beat Binance and Bybit? Something's going on, man. I don't like that at all. And you know, shared this because I know you hate Pepe, you hate Chris, but he did share it. And I think he's a good guy, man. I do. You know, CZ, I have questions about now, bro. I'm having lots of questions, and I don't have a lot of answers. Well, I just wanted to share that again because it does bring up a freaking good point. Jasmine was a good buy. Makashi, what's up, brother? Guys, it's a bear trap. It will all go down more? Question mark. I think you're saying, is it a bear trap or it will go down more? I think we're bearish right now. I think it's going to go all back up by the end of the October, but right now I think we're going to go down more. Where's Pengu at? Pengu came down to 0.05 and instantly 4x back up to 0.2, but it was at 0.3, so it went down 6x, came back up 4x. Welcome in, Crypto Queen, one of our mods. You think so too, bro? I think it's bearish. I think it's bearish too. I've been trying to tell people, be careful longing right now because a lot of people think we bottomed. And I'm like, you know, yeah, we may have bottomed. If you got in down here, you're probably okay. But if you're trying to long right here, I think that's a very dangerous spot, and I think you're probably in a bull trap because now you'll kind of go, oh, SHIT, we're down here, I'm in the red, we just had this massive dip, and should be coming up, really? Because we just had a massive dump, we came back up massively, and now you put the long in at the top, and you didn't realize you just longed the 4x. Now what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? You better close that trade as what should happen, not financial advice, because I'm willing to bet we'll probably come down a little lower, and it's going to liquidate everybody, come back down here, we'll come back up. So I think you should be really careful right now. I also bought the bag of Pepe because Pepe and our chat convinced me. So I bought last week, 400 million Pepe. Oh my gosh, there's the peace deal. Pepe, John's coming up to you with a peace treaty. That means you have to go buy Crow. You have to go buy 400 million Crow. maybe not 400 million, but you should at least buy 2. Crypto Queen says good time to buy some troll too. CZ is a criminal. Yeah, that was pretty bad, bro. That's pretty bad. You know, I used to like CZ a lot. I did, man. Now I'm feeling he's risking it for the biscuit, bro. But he's not an American citizen, so what you gonna do? What you gonna do when America comes for you? It's like Candace Owens being sued by Macron. I'm like, you can even sue somebody that's not even your country? Like, how is that legal? That doesn't sound like it would work. Like, what are you gonna do? Extradite me? I like Pepe coin. It's in my portfolio now. Pepe, you gotta show the love for the John. He's buying a Pepe bag. Troll coin, man. I do love me some good troll. I was always thinking it was gonna come back down to. I think I said, what did I say? I think it said 10 cents back here. I just told Muffhead that I would wait. And he was way up over here saying it was going to the moon. And I came down. I think it's going to come back down, man. We did come back down. We could come back down to 5 cents maybe. It still shows downwards momentum. I do like Troll. What time is it? Going on 2 o'clock. I gotta be at some place at 3. I gotta wrap this up here pretty soon, guys. I mean, I've been loving the channel. We're popping lately. That's big Pepe volume. It's nuts. What Pepe? Did you buy Crow? Pepe's a solid. Lots of volume, only at me, my trust. That's the thing. Pepe volume is nuts. What is Pepe volume? Let's go jump over to Core Market Cap, and we're gonna go look at some Pepe, some PP. We want to look at some PP. Pepe, do you own all the other Pepe coins like Ponski and? I got rugged on one of the coins, crypto, not Crypto God John, but Crypto John. Dude, he rugged his community so hard on that coin. No, I can't prove it, but I think being part of some stuff with Hit Network, and I got used to a lot of shadiness happening. I definitely think that I'm picking up some shadiness. Guys, you know why I'm against rugs? It's because I had 500,000 virtual protocol tokens stolen from me, and a couple other items stolen from me. But that was the biggest blow that I've had this cycle, and it absolutely infuriates me when people get rugged. I hate it with an envy. Like, I don't mind. Like, I'll even watch George's coin Clash, and he's like, dude, I don't really like it when whale sell, but he's like, they bought in and everything's fair. I hate it when people rug. I don't mind people taking profits, even if they want to try to destroy my chart. If you have it backed, which I don't own a coin, but if you have it backed, that's not true. I do own one, but I'll never tell you what it is because it's totally for gaming. And it's just a little fun thing. And I have no faith in it. So I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I totally lost my train of thought. I don't mind people taking profits at all. I have so many good ideas in my head, being part of Pluto Alliance and that whole development sector, and meeting so many people and having so many good ideas, dude. I could totally get something special for us in the future. It won't even be a problem. Volume, 24-hour volume percentages. Well, what's the 24 unlocked? Pepe, where am I looking at here? Where's the volume in the last 24 hours? Oh, here it is. 1.8 billion. Hey, yeah, it's a good amount of volume, Pepe. Especially because the market, that's a good amount of volume. That's more than double the market cap. The market cap's sitting at 2.81 with the 1.8 being the volume. That's literally 1 billion away. That's like 2/3 of the volume every day. Just trades it all around. Hey, how you doing, Jason? Yeah, we could dive into Ondo. I have a big fat bag of Ondo. I looked at my portfolio and I had to look away, and I'll come back in an hour because Ondo, a lot of people didn't think it was going to go to where it went to because a lot of people had some leverage trades opened on it and they did not expect to see certain prices ever again. And because of that, all the ones that people believed in the most took the most damage. Ondo. Even Aerodrome got booty smacked yesterday. Here it is. 1 second. Sorry, I was talking to my beautiful wife. Ondo. So Ondo had a wick yesterday down to 24 cents. Absolutely screaming price. Okay, I saw it down there and I was like, oh, I wish I had more money to buy. You just bought decent cold wallets dots. What is that, John? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of decent cold wallets and thoughts. I'd have to go look at it in Coin Market Cap just because I've never heard of it. We're definitely in screaming oversold territory at -74, -74. It wants to flip bullish, but the whole market's bearish. The view up's coming up. Momentum is just about to get a green dot. The Stokes RSI actually pretty good on the 12-hour. Now we can come down to a smaller time frame. It's a little bearish. Just like the rest of the market. We had a blood diamond right here. I'm overall bullish on Ondo. I do think we might have some more downwards pressure. And I was saying earlier, Jason, we had a snap wick down, and then we snapped back up, and a lot of people took longs right here, but they didn't realize they just longed the 4x. You know, I mean, long the green. I mean, typically you're supposed to long the red. Now, if you wanted to catch the long, you caught a long down here on a leverage trade, you would fire. But down up here, it's kind of dangerous, kind of a little bit around the top. We fell below the 21. Momentum to the downside, still going down, not a very strong. Maybe we might not go down very far.Maybe we'll just go back down to 66 cents. But you have to take a look at it. My 2 cents, have a stop loss and take profits when you can. The app's 100%. I missed my buy on Ondo due to frozen exchanges. Me too, man. I was frozen too. So I didn't have a whole lot of money, and I was going to buy some Bitcoin. So to me, it wasn't too bad. Decent is a cold storage locker. I bought it to store my coins. So is it a token itself, or is it a cold storage? I've never heard of it. That's the first thing. I use Treasure because I used to have Ledger, but they kept having too many hacks, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. So I bought a Treasure, and it's fingerprint, and I have a little digital code. I have to put in to be able to get access to my Treasure. Now the thing too about that is you have to sign all the transactions, but every now and again I had a friend, he got a transaction, and the first 4 letters and the last 4 letters were the same, and someplace in the middle of the transaction was faked. So yeah, you do have to verify it because they changed a couple numbers, and he actually signed a transaction, lost like 20-30 grand. So you do have to be careful with and how and what you do. Oh, okay, well that's pretty good. I like the fingerprint, man. But what happens if you die? Someone's gonna have to come get your thumb. You're gonna cut off. Someone's gonna cut off your thumb, stick it on it, and they'll get access to your money. Look at Dot. We'll take a look at Dot. Rupert, that's the same name as Mr. All in Crypto himself. I'm not a fan of Dot because 2, 3, 4 years ago, I listened to an interview with Gavin Woods, and he said that he wanted to be named Polkadot to child sacrifice in that interview. I can't find that interview anymore because he deleted it off the internet. And he said a bunch of other really nasty things on there. Now, I think Polkadot has a great tech, but that was such a turn off on me. I was like, dude, I had to sell it all and put it into something else. So I put it into Luna, and then it turns out Luna crashed to like 0. So sometimes you live and sometimes you learn. Where's Dot? I know I have Dot in here someplace. Where the crud is Dot at? I thought it was in here. Why can I not find Dot? I'm gonna have to locate it. Do I hate it that much? I just don't have it saved. My debun's dying, guys. Oh, I guess I don't have Dot. I could have swore I had Polkadot saved. Weird. Let's go back up. Where do I want to put Dot at? I'm going to put it up with all the other main ones because that's what I would expect it to be. Ondo CD Dot. Oh, crack my neck. I am out from Ledger too. That was why I bought it. Yeah, dude, Ledger I think is good, but it has me too worried. It has me too worried, man. Shout out to all 30 people watching, guys. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to subscriber 590. We were just at 590. Now we're at 596. So we shout out to 591, 592, 593, 594, 595, and 596. Hey, thank you so much for subbing to the channel, guys. I appreciate you guys joining me on a Saturday afternoon, just BSing, looking at crypto charts, trying to figure out what the hell is happening and where we're going. Cheers to the most hydrated crypto community on the interweb. Dot. We're at 294. Oh my goodness, Dot's at 294. Holy smokes. What did it go to yesterday? A low of 97 cents. WTH, bro. What the heck? And that was on MEXC. That is crazy. 97 cents. We go live every day. Monday through Friday, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. Saturday, me and Trent, we switch on and off because it's family day and it's whenever we have the time available. And then Sunday, we go live for the daily close or weekly close. Sorry. daily, weekly, it happens same day. Dot looks very similar to everything else on the chart. We had a double green dot to mark a local bottom. There's still some sort of manipulation going on, guys. I don't know how else to say it. When we looked at Bitcoin, what were we looking at earlier? We had like 4 or 5 X's on it. There's some sort of manipulation still going on today. There's a lot of outflows going on. Dot. That's what this red money wave. It's super thick. The good news is I think we're close to the bottom. Now the VWAP is kind of angling down. Stokes RSI and strength are bone dry, dude. They're very, very, very low. Feels like I found a friend since you are in Washington State. I feel like I found one too, man. I dig it, dude. New Health is in Washington State. If you haven't already, you should sub to AJ Writes Crypto. He's a friend of mine, and he lives out on Orcas Island. Yeah, he's a good streamer too. He actually partnered up with the UFC. His Tesla Cybertruck. Yeah, you might see it around Washington State. It has the V chain on it. V chain Cybertruck. It looks like we still have more downwards action than Dot. I don't think we bottomed yet. And maybe, when I say that, I think we might just get a wick on a longer time frame, like a 4-hour, a 12-hour, and then come back up and we'll eat it up because this looks more like a double bottom to me. And then we jumped over the 12-hour. The 12-hour actually this doesn't look that great. Well, the weekend, I think Monday, we'll get a move probably Monday. We usually have a fake move up Monday, but I don't think it'll be a fake move up because I think how bad we are. The VWAP's still looking good. Money flow outflows. Stokes RSI, dude, they're high and coming down, which is crazy to think about it. But you know why they got high like this? Is because the wick down, wick up. We were low. We wicked down, still low, but then we wicked back up and did like an inversion on the strength RSI and relative strength index, and that's why we're in the red now, and it's coming down. Weird, dude. Look, check out these candles right here on the 1 hour. Look at these doji candles. Look at this. Look at weird, very low volume, Something interesting was going on there. I think we had manipulation going on, bro. I just can't find it. Yellow X, there it is on the 6 minute. Boom, I knew I'd find them. I told you there was some weird ass stuff happening. Yellow X's, man, like you could go back. They're not very common. There's a couple right there. I mean, you keep going back. Yellow X's aren't very common. That was before the giant drop, which you guys can't really tell. But that's some weird whales playing some whale games. I think that's why we're not moving. See, like even back over here, we had the manipulation before the giant drop. If you guys had market side, you could actually see this. And me and Trent, he's my co-host, we were talking about this right here. I'm like, dude, on Bitcoin, we're like, there's manipulation going on. And then they hit, we're like, okay, well, we were doing okay. China came out their news. We came back down. We just started doing okay. Trump came out with his retaliation. We came back down. And then we just hit all those leverages and it just killed us. So right now we're having some sort of weird manipulation, guys. That's what I've been trying to tell people. I think, what did, what's your face say? Sorry, I got to go back and read the chat. Makashi said that he thinks this is a bear trap. Oh, look. We just got a yellow X. Boom. Manipulation to the downside. What did I tell you? What did I just say? It is happening. The markets are being strongly manipulated right now today. I said we were bearish before we started, and I'm still bearish. There's some playing some whale-ass games today, and this is why you guys are here watching this channel, because we're on talking about it and telling you guys, be careful trading, because they're trying to catch you in a bear trap. Senior Inspector. What's going on, my friend? Don't worry. We'll come back. We'll still do good in October. But we have to be very careful right now because there's some whale BS stuff. I even told you guys, last night, I can't tell you if I'm long because there's too much. One, there wasn't enough data. Two, it didn't look that great to me with the data we had. And three, there was still manipulation going on. Still. I don't know, guys. There is some shenaniganry happening today. Look at that. Whale manipulation. We're watching it in front of our eyes. Go to the smaller time frame, see if we can see it. Nope. 2 minute. Freaking nope. Oh, dude, look at that. Look at the 3 minute. There's a lot on the 3 minute. Boom, 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 boom. And it's really interesting Every single time it wants to break up, we have the strong wick down, kind of wants to break up, pushes us back down. We get a doji candle, some momentum, pushes us back down. We get some green dots, pushes us back down. They're literally hunting longs right now, guys. You want my advice? I would not long. I would not long till the weekend's over. That's my advice. Boom, we come up, we're strong, we look so good. Kind of came down a little bit. We look like we might come back up, get a momentum, make it higher high. Boom, liquid manipulation down. We can do really good. We get a green candle. Boom, liquidation pressure back down. Absolutely, there is whale playing whale games right now. Revenge buyers trading to make their losses back with high leverage. You're probably freaking right, Red. Panamint Red's calling it like how he sees it. Revenge traders to make their losses back with high leverage. You're 100% probably right, my friend. And I didn't even think about that, but I think you're right. Weekends are always sketch for trading. I see that we got another subscriber, 597. I think that was you, Jason. Thank you for subbing to us, Jason. Senior Inspector, just out of curiosity, what do you do for a living? I used to be a quality insurance, QA, quality insurance for a Boeing in-tank. I used to go inside the fuel cells, and I used to check the seals, all sorts of stuff. I loved it. It was one of the greatest jobs ever. Unfortunately, due to COVID, they gave me an option to leave Boeing or get the COVID shot. I'm a pureblood man. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in vaccines, but I didn't believe in that particular vaccine. They did not have enough time to go through all its tests. I was like, I don't trust this. And I said no, and they said you got 3 days, pack your bags and get the heck out. So I applied for waste management as a garbage man, and I started working the next day with an $8 pay raise. God is good, man. You know, when one door shuts, another one opens, but it's part of my destiny. You know what I didn't like, though, about Boeing? Is I was in a ginormous warehouse and never saw the sun, and I was forced to work overtime, which I actually really liked the overtime. I did not mind it at all. 10, 12 hours a day, weekends, that's fine, whatever, sure. Good bill, good paychecks. But, man, I hated not seeing the sun and going to work in the dark and leaving in the dark. I did not like that. And, you know, if it was clean, I would have felt a lot better if that building was clean. It was not. It was a very dirty building. You think the amount of money those people made, they would have good cleaners. You use the mask too? Yes, sir, man. You know, you're on the good side of the state. I was getting kicked out left and right of every single place. Every now and again, I had to put it on because I was like, I really need groceries. But I was all like, I got kicked out a lot. I was like, you could shove that mask where the sun don't shine. And if you want it, I just didn't get it, man. They said you have to put the mask on. But then when I was at Boeing, they said we had to wear an N95 mask because we were on fire and there was smoke outside and they didn't want us to breathe it in. But then they said we didn't need the N95 for COVID. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, but smoke particles are bigger than a virus. Like, why is we need the N95 for that? Why is the paper mask not working? It literally makes no sense to me. You went to Arizona. That went to 2020 and 2021. Hey, good for you. Do you have a house down there too? My grandpa had a house down there. He lived on the Indian res his whole entire life. He also went and fought in Iwo Jima. He was a marksman sniper rifle. He had some pretty bad stories, but it's just like serving, man. You can't serve without it. But he moved to Arizona. They called him Whitey. He was the only white guy in the Indian res, and he bought this house from this lady, and she had a bunch of really tall cactuses. Like I'm talking like 14-foot cactuses. He went over there and cut them down with a machete. He's like, get the heck out of here. I don't want these spiky things around. I don't wear a mask if they can get over my ugly, then they can get over a disease. Yeah, right? Wearing a mask is like trying to stop flies with a chain link fence, dude, for sure, man. No, we take travel to trailer and camp out. Quartz site when we can go. Yeah, good for you, man. I dig that, man. That sounds like good times to me. The time is it's party time, for sure. Yeah, dude, I freaking hate flies too. Like blocking a mosquito by wearing a Speedo. Wearing a Speedo, man. I don't want anybody to wear a Speedo around me. I'm sorry. I don't care if I'm California or Hawaii. I don't need to see somebody's junk. Guys, I do gotta go though, because I have dinner in an hour and 15 minutes. I got to stop at the store and pick up a few items. I do want to say thank you for everybody for joining me today. I'm going to go through this list. It's going to take me a few minutes to thank everybody because, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Also, if you do want a chance to win $100, like I said, head on over to the our X and share the BitFi link. Tag us. That's it. And we get raffled in. There's only 7 people right now, so you have a 1 in 7 shot of making $100 if you go do that. Thank you for joining us today, Turbo. Thank you for joining us today, Jason. Thank you for joining us, Panamint Red. I always want to say Paramount whenever I see your name. Thank you for joining us, Senior Inspector. John says, thanks, bro. I'm glad I discovered your channel. I'm glad you discovered us too, Turbo. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying active in the chat. It really does mean a lot. I really enjoy the engagement. The first hardest part about starting the channel was talking to myself. And now it's like I'm developing friends in the community, and I really enjoy the interaction. I'm a people person, so it really means a lot to me. If you haven't, you can always find us too in the Discord. In the description, there's our Discord. You can join that, and we're in there actively all the time. I post daily charts in there to tell you what the outlook of the day is going to be like. Trinity Trips Wires says, great channel. Thank you. Absolutely, Trinity. I haven't seen you before, but I bet you're one of our subs because we gained a lot today. So thank you so much for discovering us and just saying hi. I appreciate it. Trinity. It makes me think of Matrix, dude. I was just watching Matrix 1. I love that movie. Thank you, John316, for joining us. You might look into Pure Wallet. Jason said, not fully developed, but runs on your phone and has a cold wallet built in. That's pretty cool. I'm still a little nervous about having a cold wallet on my phone, but that's not bad. Rupert, dude, love the name. Thanks for reminding me to pull up DOT again. I should finish while we're looking at Bitcoin. Oh, another thing too, guys, on the dominance, one quick peek I wanted to show you guys, not the dominance, but the dominance too, yes. A lot of money flew into Bitcoin yesterday. It went from 59 to 63. It was 63%. I don't care what that says. Something's funky going on. And then the total market cap, we literally went from yesterday 4.1 to 3.3, which means $700 billion left the crypto market yesterday too. I just wanted to point that out. I want to say, we said thank you, John316. Pepe, it's nice seeing you again, Pepe. Thanks for jumping in and saying hi and chit-chatting with us. Thank you, Mercury Queen, for showing up. Makashi, thank you for showing up. Scrolling up. Julie, thank you for popping in, Julie. It's nice to see other women in crypto trading. The woman communities out there, man. Just like Mercury Queen popping in, too. Scrolling up. Scrappy, it was good talking to you, Scrappy. Actually, I didn't notice that you left, but you're happy, man, and I like the different views you had on everything. Military Bros, thank you for showing up, Military. You kick ass, take names. We're the same age, and you also like the same movies like I do, like Shrek. Scrolling. I hope I don't miss anybody. Chris, thank you for popping in, Chris. Kicking ass and taking names. John, good seeing you too, my friend. And Real Meta, you were first, I guess. But and then John was second, and then Military Bros was third. So hey guys, it was great seeing you guys. We'll be back tomorrow for the daily and weekly close. Trent may or may not come on later, or he might just take the night off. So if you see us come on, it'll be him. And we'll be back tomorrow and give you another update. We're going to see where the manipulation led, and if we have a bad couple hours and we flip around, turn a good couple hours. All right, guys, catch you later. Deuces, stay hydrated.